The luminous Concorde hung like a jeweled lantern above the mottled blue of Halion 3. Its shimmering hull reflected the faint glow of the system's pale star, creating an illusion that it was made entirely of liquid silver. Inside, the Galactic Council was already in session, voices of a dozen species arguing, rumbling, chittering in their native tongues. Every representative present believed they were witnessing a diplomatic milestone, the first time a human diplomat would negotiate border rights without military backup. They had no idea they'd kidnapped his son. Or rather, the young man they thought was his son. Jonas Hale stood in the center of the council chamber, wrists bound by translucent energy cords. His black diplomatic uniform, slightly torn at the shoulder, looked out of place against the ornate setting. To the untrained eye, he appeared calm, nervous, perhaps, but cooperative. To trained eyes, the very few across the galaxy who understood what true danger looked like, something in his stillness was deeply wrong. Yet no one in the chamber realized who he truly was. Jonas wasn't merely the son of Terran diplomat Aiden Hale. He was Spectre 7, a covert combat asset of the Terran Shadows Division, a walking catastrophe trained to infiltrate, eliminate, and disappear without trace. His nickname across the Black Files was simple and earned: Death in a Suit. 1,000 confirmed kills, each carried out under impossible conditions. And the Council had him chained like a mere hostage. They didn't know it yet, but they'd locked a star predator in a paper cage. Beginning. The mistake had happened the moment the Council ship intercepted the Diplomat's shuttle. Pirates in the sector were common, so the Council believed they were rescuing Jonas before negotiations. They hadn't expected the shuttle to be manned entirely by Shadows Division decoys. In the confusion, Jonas had allowed himself to be captured. It was the safest way onto the Council ship undetected. He'd been sent to investigate rumors. Someone in the Council was preparing to begin a species-wide cleansing of minor worlds, something Earth would never allow. The Council, wary of human strength, wanted to keep Earth distracted. A diplomat as a hostage might have worked on any other species, but not on humans, and especially not on Jonas. High above the chamber, the vaulted ceiling shimmered with holographic star fields. Councilors took their seats, their attention drifting toward Jonas with a mixture of curiosity and condescension. The Council speaker, a towering Varnix with crystalline horns, leaned forward. "Human Jonas Hale," he boomed. "Be assured that your safety is guaranteed. You are a guest, held only until your father agrees to adjust his negotiation terms." "Guest," Jonas repeated quietly. "Is that what we're calling hostages now?" A few delegates stiffened. The speaker ignored the comment. "We understand how delicate human diplomacy can be. You may find your stay enlightening." Jonas exhaled slowly. "Same to you." The chamber erupted in murmurs. No hostage spoke like that. But Jonas was no hostage. Middle. When the recess bells sounded and the delegates dispersed, 2 Varnix guards marched Jonas down a curved corridor illuminated by bioluminescent panels. "You would be wise," one guard grumbled, "not to antagonize the speaker." Jonas kept his gaze forward. "Would be wiser not to antagonize me." The guard scoffed. "You humans, always pretending you're dangerous." Jonas smiled faintly. By the time they passed the next door hinge, both guards lay unconscious on the floor. No alarms triggered, no bruises visible, no camera noticing a thing. Jonas stepped over them, flexed his now free wrists, and slipped through a maintenance hatch. He had work to do. The holographic schematics he'd memoized showed a central nexus beneath the council chamber, an intelligence archive storing communications, war plans, and classified proposals. If someone in the council was plotting genocide, the proof would be there. Navigating the service ducts like a shadow, Jonas descended to the secure levels. Silence wrapped around him. His heartbeat slowed to the rhythm of a trained killer. He reached the vault door, placed a small device onto its panel, and waited. The lock chirped open. Inside, a hollow projector flickered to life. Streams of documents poured into the air. Ship routes, invasion plans, purges scheduled for minor colony moons, plans to trim expansionist species before growth became unmanageable. Jonah's jaw tensed. A genocide. Exactly as suspected. But before he could extract the evidence, the lights flared. A dozen armed council security officers emerged from every corner, weapons raised. At their center stood Councillor Priath, a slim reptilian diplomat known for her icy resolve. She clicked her tongue. We suspected humans might send an asset. But we did not expect one so young. Jonas turned slightly, palms raised. You should have expected worse. You have violated council property, Priath hissed. Stand down. And you violated half the galaxy with these plans. Jonas gestured toward the holographic evidence. Call off the purges. Burn these files. I'll walk away. Priath narrowed her amber eyes. You misunderstand. We aren't negotiating. Not with you. Not with your primitive world. You will be used as leverage until Earth submits. Jonas sighed. He didn't want this. But he'd been trained for it. When the first shot fired, Jonas moved like a collapsing star. Fast, silent, inevitable. He struck low, deflected weapons aside, incapacitated without killing. A sweep of an arm knocked one guard unconscious. A twist of a wrist disabled another. Energy bolts flew, missing by inches. Within seconds, 12 officers were on the ground, alive but out cold. Priath backed away, trembling. What are you? Jonas walked toward her, calm, unhurried. Death in a suit, he said softly. And you just kidnapped me. Her terror froze her in place. I'm not here to kill you, Jonas said. I'm here to stop you. He removed a small data spike and uploaded every incriminating file. The projection dimmed, confirming transfer. Jonas stepped back. Then alarms blared. The speaker knows, Priath whispered, horrified. And indeed, from the overhead speakers, the speaker's voice reverberated throughout the ship. Capture the human. Lethal force authorized. Jonas grimaced. It was never easy. What followed was a sprint through the ship, corridors shaking with weapons fire, armored drones emerging like metallic hornets, bulkheads sealing behind him. Jonas moved with deadly precision, avoiding kill shots, disabling enemies, diving through pressure locks seconds before they sealed. He wasn't fighting to win. He was fighting to reach the top level, where diplomatic broadcasts could be sent unfiltered across the galaxy. Because when genocide plans go public, even the council bends. He burst into the broadcast room, slid across the floor to the terminal, and slammed the data spike into place. The room lit up with a system-wide override. Across every council world, every delegate's datapad, every civilian display, the truth played. Ending. The council chamber descended into pandemonium. Delegates screamed, shouted accusations, demanded explanations. Some turned on the speaker. Others panicked at the revelation that Jonas was no simple diplomat's son. Within minutes, the council guards surrounded the speaker, removing him from the dais. Priath and several others fell with him, leaders of the covert purge faction. Jonas, escorted by cautious but now respectful guards, was brought back to the chamber, this time with no restraints. The interim speaker, a dignified Avaran elder, addressed him solemnly. Human Jonas hail. It appears the Council owes you its gratitude. And its apologies. Jonas didn't smile. Earth doesn't want apologies. We want guarantees. No purges. No secret genocides. Full transparency. And you shall have them, the elder assured. Jonas nodded once. As he turned to leave, a younger delegate whispered to another that one took down the entire security wing. Who is he really? Jonas paused at the exit. He looked over his shoulder, expression unreadable. Just a diplomat's son, he said. Then he walked out. But throughout the galaxy, rumors spread like wildfire. Some said he fought like a phantom. Some said he never touched the ground. Some said he'd killed 1,000 men before dawn on the day he was born. No one knew the truth. Except Earth. And they kept it that way. Because sometimes the greatest weapon isn't a fleet. It's a single man, with a suit, a calm voice, and a reputation whispered in the dark. Death in a suit. And the Galactic Council had taken him. But only once.